Let's invite the management of IRB Infrastructure. Now, overall, it was a good set of numbers. The company's toll revenue was up 12% on an aggregate basis, though revenues were down 8.5%. But the company's operational efficiency and core profits improved. So margins expanded by over 600 basis points on a year-on-year basis, adjusted profit up 14%. And there is that 1:1 bonus issue as well. Anil Yadav, CEO of Business Development Investment at IRB Infrastructure, now join in. Thank you very much for joining in. Let's begin with the margins. Your margins expanded significantly to 55%. Is this the steady state margin, or was it because you had more toll revenues which could moderate? What can you guide for Q4 in terms of toll revenues, construction revenues and margins at this level?
I think in terms of IRB overall, if a like-to-like basis, we have grown, profit has grew by 14%. And we have given a vision for next 5 years where we have talked about on consolidated basis, our net debt to equity in next 5 years will be 0. And our profit will be growing at a CAGR of around 25%. And ROC, which is around 6-7%, cash ROC, which is 6-7% presently, that will increase to almost double to around 14 to 15% in next 5 years. So there it's a clear visible that our margins will be improving. And other thing is that now we are shifting more towards the TOT revenue. And since there is a margin of around 85-88% in BOT and TOT business, so then automatically that margin will be keep on improving, which is reflected in our profitability as well.
So again, the focus is now shifted towards BOT, TOT, which is high margins, and now the attention is on profitability. So what would be the margins going ahead, and what happens to the construction segment? Because once again, we've seen a drop in revenues.
I think if you look at IRB, 95% of the value comes from the asset business. And going forward from last 2-3 years, we are more focusing on the asset business. And if you look at what we have guided to the market, we will be reaching to from 80,000 crores kind of asset base to 140,000 crores kind of asset base. And over the period if you look at last 2 quarters, we have monetized the asset of 8,400. And we have deployed that capital to bag a 14,000 crores asset. Out of that, one asset is already started, that is TOT 17, and TOT 18, which is backed, which will be starting by end of this financial year. We have reached to 94,000 crores kind of asset base. So consistently, we believe that asset base will be increasing. Our O&M order book will be increasing. We have almost 35,000 crores kind of O&M order book, which provides us the clear visibility for next 15 to 18 years. So consistently, and this revenue is the sticky nature and good margin business. So going forward, we'll be focusing more on the asset revenue and O&M annuity kind of revenue, which will be coming from these assets. And there will be a distribution which will be coming from both the InvST, that is the private and public.
Okay, got it. Hi, sir. Good morning. Good to see you. Well, the centre is close to finalizing a new model concession agreement, MCA, to govern the BOT model. I wanted your take on this. If this is implemented, how it would change the competitive landscape, what kind of impact will it have, and will you consider options for equity JVs with private equity firms or fund houses? Explain it to us.
Yeah. So that is, I think if you look at IRB today only puts a 51% equity. 49% equity is brought in by government of Singapore and the Peruvian entity. And going forward also for the new TOT also, it will be the similar kind of mix which we are planning to keep. 51% will be contributed by IRB and 49% will be contributed by our 2 partners for future upcoming BOT as well. I think in terms of the contract, there are certain suggestions from the industry federation. I think those they are implementing. But as I have read from the media itself, there was a talk by the government that till the time that MCA is not implemented, they will be bidding out the project on the old MCA itself. So I think there was no as such bottleneck. I think on the basis of the old MCA, the BOT contract may continue, but our focus will be more on the monetization program of the NHI and the government, where they are planning to monetize which assets are already constructed. And there our thesis is that those provides a stable revenue. The risk is lower. And secondly, that also provides a long-term O&M revenue as well. So our main focus will be on the TOT project, which is the monetization program of Government of India, where the government has talked about almost 3 trillion kind of monetization in next 3 to 4 years. So there is also a good visibility in terms of monetization. So first go will be TOT and followed by the BOT projects.
What is the toll revenue that you expect in Q4 and FY27?
So I think we have started TOT 17 from the Jan 23rd, and we have published the Jan month number where the numbers are in line with our bid estimate. And as we were going around 10 to 12% on the overall IRB group basis, with the addition of TOT 17, and by end of this financial year, we'll be starting the TOT 18 also. For next financial year, we are expecting around 20 plus kind of growth. And in the Q4 also, we expect a healthy growth in excess of 15 to 17%.
Okay, we leave the conversation here. Thank you very much for joining in. That's IRB Infrastructure.